But during this short span of time, we have tried to impart the best education in different disciplines. This is a special feature of this institution, that even being young, we are multifaceted. We have business administration, engineering, textile, fashion design, interior designing. Then we have BA, MA classes being conducted here, BTech and MTech on the technical side. So in a way, we are providing almost all the relevant education which is required in the modern world to make you successful when you go to the field after, inshallah, completing your education. It's a two-way traffic. Your attention, your dedication is most required. You will find the faculty very cooperative, very competent, but definitely it's up to you how you prepare yourself, how you take the guidance, how you ask the questions, how you participate. So definitely we have high hopes from you, and inshallah you will come up to our expectations, and we will try to come up to your expectations. I am not in any way putting any repercussions on any other university, but most of the universities, except the public universities, they are not located in a purpose-built building. You will find that this building has been made for this specific purpose of providing you education. The education is obviously providing practical as well as theoretical knowledge, and for practical knowledge we have equipped laboratories in engineering and textile, in fashion design, and obviously in other disciplines as well they are necessary. This building in which you are at the moment sitting is building number 1. There is another building which is called building 2. These are interconnected buildings. You will find the atmosphere very comfortable, very friendly. The only thing on which we always insist is the discipline. In the class and even outside the class, behave yourself in a way which is expected from you. Be serious in your studies and education. You have chosen a path where obviously you may be mapping and dreaming to become a business executive in future after completion of your examination. So you have to behave like that, and that's a sort of training period here. Participate in the events which will be being held here and which will be holding in the future as well, and then try to be in the front line, whether it's a classroom or the participative activities. Try to understand the world. Try to understand the environment. As I said earlier, it's very friendly. You will find every teacher, the management, the rector, director, registrar, examination department, especially Mr. Mubashir, very cooperative in every respect. But definitely you will have to be a bit patient. You will have to see that things come up to you. Don't rush for them. and this is the principle for your life as well. Try to justify yourself, not only in the institution, but when you go back to your home after attending the classes. The parents should also feel a difference in your behavior. I hope you are all coming from very good family backgrounds, but definitely the parents very keenly observe their kids, their siblings when they go to the institution, that what they are getting, what they are learning. There's no complaint about anybody, but sometimes we have to face a few things which I think that while giving your particulars, you should be very particular that as far as your home address is concerned, it should be the right home address from where the dog should not come back unreceived. If you are giving a cell phone of one of your parents, be sure that you are giving it correctly so that if need be, we can contact it. The concerned person, it may be an emergency, Khuda na khasta. So if you have given a wrong number simply because that you don't want that anything which is not favorable to you in your studies goes to your home, so that will be very dreadful thing if something, God forbid, happens to you and somebody wants to talk to your parents. So that was in general. I'm not saying that it's a common thing, but we have come across such instances where students obviously by mistake or deliberately did not give the right address or right telephone numbers. Don't be afraid of anything. We are here to protect you. We are here to teach you. And definitely we expect that you will also be behaving like good students coming, as I said, from very good family backgrounds, because that reflects on your family as well. As far as extracurricular activities are concerned, Institute is really concerned about that. Year by year, semester by semester, we are trying to improve things. We are trying to involve you in more practical activities where you learn the lessons of life. So classroom is obviously very important for you. You should be very attentive in the classroom, and I assure you as a teacher, although I usually do not give my own introduction, but when I am standing here, obviously you should know my name as well, which I should have told you in the beginning. My name is Qamar Ali Zaidi. I am in Business Administration Department. So if there is any problem you face, there are so many people to attend to it. But if you are in Business Administration Department, come to the head of the department, tell him your problem, and inshallah that will be solved. There is no problem which has no solution. So first of all, we think about the solutions. I told you about the physical position, condition of the institution. It is purpose-built, as I said, building, comfortable building. And sometimes even at your home, you face a few problems. So you will have to bear that. For example, the energy crisis is here. So sometimes if you don't, sometimes you are not very comfortable with the temperatures in the classroom. This also happens in our homes. But we do not protest in a way that we do not go to our home because the AC is not on or the fan is not in order. So these are petty things. Your aim, your focus should be your education. मैं वो मिसाल नहीं देना चाहता कि लोग जिन हालात में पढ़कर और जो आपके बड़े मशाहिर और बड़े लीडर्स गुजरे हैं, वो सब के सब जो थे वो एयर कंडीशन रूम्स में पढ़कर नहीं आए। उन्होंने बहुत, मैं वो लफ्ज़ यूज़ नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन ज़रूरी नहीं था कि उनके पास कुर्सी या मेज़ भी हो। उसके बावजूद भी कैसे कैसे रहनुमा और लीडर हम लोगों ने प्रोड्यूस किए, राइट स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम कायद आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना रहमतुल्लाह अलैह, who made this country. Then one thing more I would like to mention here, which I always have in my mind, that these institutions, these are buildings, are made by people who are dedicated to something. There are so many other professions where you will find more profitable businesses. So, if somebody has made this institution, building, the efforts behind it, the capital and money behind it, it was not just to make money. It was to educate the nation, to teach students like you. You are our hope. And you are the people who are going to take over from us. And definitely you will prove better than what we are. If you attend your classes regularly, that I was going to tell you, and then I thought that I should tell you my name as well. So obviously if you attend the classes properly, take notes, what the teacher is saying, I don't think you will require any sort of further coaching or further tuitions or anything else. The book, the teacher, the notes you have made. One thing more I will point out, and that is from my own experience. Please do not involve yourself in writing a thing which you cannot read yourself. As a student, I have experienced this. Just to show that you are writing something, you go on writing in the class, and when you look at it, you cannot read yourself. So please, when you are in class, be more attentive to the class. And then you will have to do nothing but just to revise it, refresh it. Comparatively, perhaps I was a good student, and I say comparatively, there were even better students in my class. And usually they used to come to me and say that, give your notes. They may be easygoing, they thought that perhaps I have made better notes, and when I used to tell them that I don't make notes, I don't have lengthy notes with me. So some of them did not believe it, because they thought that I am not going to share my knowledge with them, whatever limited knowledge I had. I tell you frankly, and this is very interesting, that when I used to go through a chapter, that was only one page, on which I used to write down the striking points. I am not telling important points, the striking points. And just after completing the chapter, I used to keep that paper in the book. And when I wanted to revise it, I simply used to take that paper, and I tell you that it not only reminded me of the contents what I had read, that one single point or 2 points or 4 points, whatever was written on that, in what environment and atmosphere I read that chapter. Whether I was drinking water or I was taking tea or coffee, and sometimes it was so deep impression that even the aroma of that coffee or tea I could sense. So if you have the concentration, all this can happen to you as well. You are free to involve yourself, indulge yourself in activities outside the class. Obviously, that's your right. Whatever help we can provide, definitely we are going to help in that respect as well. But it's up to you, as I told you earlier, that your active participation, your attention, your concentration will pay you off now in the classroom, in the results, and when you go to practice, you enter into practical life. So this starts from today, from now onwards. One thing more, I had two minds about it, to share it with you or not. But generally, the students whom I come across, and generally majority of them I come across, have one problem, and that is the language problem. English. They are not very expressive, or they can't express themselves. Why it is so? Ultimately, the Education Department and the Higher Education Commission made it compulsory, even at the MBA level and BBA level, that you start afresh. Freshman English 1, that is grammar. Freshman English 2, that is advanced grammar and making sentences and writing. Then communication skills and business skills and everything is taught here. But I tell you that you will only be fluent in that if you really want it, if you really committed to it. Make a commitment with yourself that at least you will read one newspaper in English daily. Being business students, I would suggest to read Business Recorder, which is easily available in the library. More than one copy we subscribe, because that gives you the general knowledge about the country, what is going on in the political scene and economic scene, but especially it is focused on the subjects you are studying here. So do one thing, then you may form groups, and those groups will definitely make it a commitment to yourself and your group that when you enter into the institute and till you leave, you will not speak anything other than English. And this is, I am telling again from my own experience, that there are schools where it is compulsory that the students and teachers should only speak in English. And after some time, you will not even notice that you are talking very fluently. But then you will have to make a commitment to yourself. Nobody can check it. Nobody can fine you on that. In schools we do. But at university level, obviously this is not up to the mark if we do that. So with that, a little bit of advice, a little bit of guidance. I am grateful, number one, to the management who gave me this opportunity to talk to you. We have different societies, committees. Try to be a member of that, to have a direct participation in different activities. Maybe a literary society, maybe a dramatic society, maybe other societies. And there is a similar society called Soft 360, if I am correct about it. I would now, although the person who is sitting here is responsible to call, but I have just given the hint, I would request her now to call the president of the society, Soft 360, to explain to the students so that they know what our future plans are, what we are doing, and how they can participate in it.